And I'd like to welcome you all to our Tuesday 1:30 p.m. session today, where we'll be talking all about spring. So we did a apps for spring session a few weeks ago, but since we're actually in spring today, we're going to be learning all about spring here in DC in general, some fun facts, some games as well. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks so much for coming on. I'm going to go ahead and start with our disclaimer. Okay. The WildTech DC Senior Digital Equity Program, its owners and presenters offer technical assistance, virtual health, well-being information designed for educational purposes only. You should not rely on the information, any apps or topics made by WildTech, including, but not limited to, mobile device applications and any social media pages maintained by WildTech, its owners and presenters as a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, treatment, or legal advice. If you cannot see me, hear me, or see the screen, please let me know in the chat. Would appreciate that. Make sure you take notes and or screenshots so you can review the information for later on. But again, this session will be in our YouTube channel, so make sure you check that out. And as always, please make sure you keep your TVs and cell phones in mind so you can give others and ourselves the most immersive experience. Okay. So again, thanks so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started with some videos for today. So I'm going to keep it pretty chill, pretty relaxed today. So again, thanks so much for coming on. So our first video is what is spring? So I quite enjoyed this, very informational. Hope you all do as well. And maybe share in the chat or write some notes down on something, new things that you learned. So this is what is spring?
Today is the first day of spring, and what kind of science geeks would we be if we didn't ask, what is spring? Hey peeps, Trace here for DNews. Spring is springing. Whee! But what exactly does that mean? Well, our associate producer Ron made this hand gesture thing, and he's pretty much spot on. Spring gets its name from the plants springing forth, but what is in a name? Spring begins with the vernal equinox, the day when the sun passes directly over the Earth's equator. This means night and day are almost equal. It signifies the beginning of spring for the northern hemisphere and fall for the southern hemisphere. So if you're watching from the southern side of the planet, hey, for simplicity, please just swap the seasons out from here on out, okay? Thanks. You likely learned spring starts on March 21st, but though seasons may seem like concrete things, they are constantly in flux. They're based on a lot of astronomical understanding. Earth is spinning on a tilted axis and then constantly flying around the sun, and all of this movement changes when the equinox occurs year over year over year. For example, this year, the equinox happened already for us on the eastern seaboard, 7:02 a.m. today. But in other years, it's happened on the 21st, it's happened on the 19th. The Earth's tilt isn't exact, and the gravity of other planets and astral bodies pull the Earth this way and that, so things get a little tricksy. Mostly, we measure the spring by the change in the weather. As the cold of winter melts away to the wet warmth of spring, and flowers bloom and birds chirp and tax forms are due. Unlike humans, flowers have a bit more grasp of when spring has officially begun. Evolution of flowering plants happened around 100 million years ago, so they've got this down to perfection. The key isn't warmth, but cold. Inside of a flower's DNA is a gene that tells it when it's okay to bloom, and as winter progresses, that gene just shuts off. Then once spring arrives, that anti-blooming gene is disabled, but the flower still can't bloom too early, because if a late frost happens, it could kill the little guy. From here, it relies on the amount of sunlight it receives in a given day. Too little, and it's not passed to the vernal equinox, so it sits and it waits. Post-equinox, another set of genes fires up and tells the flower to bloom, 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 and flowers and plants spring forth. Nerd sidebar. There is so much more than warm weather, thunderstorms, plants, and other things to spring. That flower next to the sidewalk is living its life because of how our planet is aligned in relation to a star. A star! Science is freaking incredible. End nerd sidebar. Got any amazing plans for the spring? Share some.
Thank you all so much for watching that quick video on spring. I definitely relearned a lot about genes and flowers and the equinox. Anything that you guys learned from the video, please raise your hand. You can also share what do you like most about spring and what do you want to learn about spring? So what did you learn from the video? What do you like most about spring? Or what do you want to learn more about spring? Again, please raise your hand in Zoom. We love to hear from you and know your thoughts on the video. Did you ever think about spring in this way? Again, please raise your hand in Zoom. We'd love to hear from you. All right, Geraldine, how are you today?
Yeah, nice video. Well, I learned that, and I might have known this, but I forgot it. That spring is when there's equal, when the daylight and the darkness are equal. Is that what they said? Yeah. When it's equal,
Spring
when it's
beginning.
equal, 50% on one hand and 50% on another. So yeah, I learned that.
Mhm. Yes, just with first day of spring for us in 2025. Again, this video is from 2013, was March 20th. Uh,
Yeah.
Day and night were pretty much equal. So now, a few days later, now the day is just a little, I'm assuming it's a little more over the night now because, when more begin to summer, more daylight versus nightlight. So, yes, the time, especially when the time moved over, now it's going to get dark pretty late versus
Yeah.
even just last month, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Geraldine. I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyone else? Again, what did you learn from the video, or what do you like most about spring, or what do you want to learn more about spring? Again, any thoughts? You can raise your hand or use the chat. Okay. Thank you, Miss Marie. Hope you're well. You got to make sure you hit unmute in the middle, okay? All right, try one more time, Miss Marie. Make sure you hit unmute in the middle.
Hello. I
Mhm.
like the warmer weather.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I was born here, I don't like the weather here. It changes so much. But I really enjoy spring, even though I have allergies.
Yes, yes. Like many, many others do. So you're not alone in that regard for the allergies. But I feel you on being, I know I've been in DC for since I was 8 years old, so I definitely understand about the weather as well.
Yes, I've been here for 89 years, so I know about weather.
Oh my goodness, bless your heart, Miss Marie.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Please share,
Okay. Bye
okay?
bye.
Mm-hmm. And then so we can just move on so we can make sure we get through all of what we got today. But I love all of the comments, questions. Oh, they just put a smile on my face. I hope they do the same to you. Hi, Miss Brenda. How are you doing today? You got to make sure you hit unmute in the middle, okay? Try one more time,
Okay.
Miss Brenda.
Um, March to me is very unpredictable
Uh-huh.
because you're going from winter to spring,
Yes.
and it can snow in
Huh?
March because mm, it is not spring, it's not winter, and it can be anything
Mhm.
during this time. And
Like life, right?
yes,
The changing of the season, a lot can happen. So
yeah,
especially in life,
yeah,
people are adjusting as well. And yeah, like just like even the day, it could be different days each year for the day of spring to come when it's equal day and night. That can change. People can change. It can snow in April. It can do this in March. It can do this here and this there. So I think it's yeah, spring is a great time to, bloom ourselves and to a new part of life and stuff. But it's also important also to stay grounded in some ways. So, you can have a foundation for the new season, right, Miss Brenda? Would you agree with that?
yeah.
Hmm. Yes, but yeah, it's very unpredictable. So you always got to have your rain boots and your snow boots and your snow hats and your gloves ready because it could be cold one day and real nice the next day. So yes, I agree with everything that you shared.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Let me share.
Okay. Yes, love it. And all right, Miss Wilmington, I got you. So real quick, what did you learn from the video? What do you like about spring? What do you want to learn more about spring? I think it's me, you guys. I may not be hitting the button hard enough. You got to make sure you hit unmute in the middle, Miss Wilmington.
Looking for it at the bottom of the thing.
Okay, hi everybody. I love spring too. I like to know that it's changed from winter to spring and the air is getting warm and I love the sunshine shining in my face when I wake up in the morning. Some mornings I don't want the shine in my face. And I love hearing the birds
Yeah.
every morning, listening to the birds. And on on my window, there is I think it's a dove that builds a nest there.
Mm.
And she comes around the beginning of the spring and she builds this little nest and a new baby is born. Uh,
Mm.
every spring since my nephew found out, and he's now 30, but he was like 7 or 8 when he discovered this little nest. So I like that.
Oh, what a wonderful story to share, Miss Wilmington. You
Uh-huh.
make sure you tell that to everyone, okay?
Okay.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing. Now that's so beautiful. It's meant to happen, okay? So just like the bird, Miss Wilmington, everyone, you got to spread your wings just a little bit, and you never know what she can achieve, okay? All right, well, our next video, again, we kind of have a hodgepodge of stuff today, which is okay. Hey, love it. Um, by the way, if you have just looking at the suggested videos on the right, if you have know of any grandkids or if you know folks with kids, little kids, I grew up on this show called Peep in the Big Wide World. And it taught me a lot about science and life and kids and friends. And I'm not ashamed to admit, still watch it to this day, brings some nostalgia, but it's really a great show for kids to learn about science in a very, very, very easy way. So, Peep in the Big Wide World. There's a lot of episodes on YouTube, so make sure you, show them that or recommend that show. It's a great, great science show. Next up, how to spring clean your home. These are some cleaning tips from Home Depot. So again, after the video, again, maybe one tip that you learned or maybe share one cleaning tip with the group, okay? So how to spring clean your home.
If your home needs a deep clean, but you're not sure where to start, use the spring cleaning checklist to streamline your routine. Here's what you'll need to get started.
Gonna pause it right here for you all. Again, this video can apply to many different folks in many different ways. So again, don't forget to take your notes and your screenshots and hope you get a new idea or something new that you can use to help make it easier to clean your home.
First, declutter every room in the house, including closets. Speed the sorting process up by labeling 4 clear containers: keep, give away, repair, and trash. Once you've bagged donations and trash, use these storage bins to reorganize items and store away seasonal clothing and decor. Once the clutter is handled, shift gears and dust. Using a telescoping pole duster, remove any spider webs on the ceilings and upper walls.
I like the tip right there. It says, put a tarp down to protect furniture and flooring while dusting a ceiling fan. That's a great tip. So I'll be sure to do that.
Be sure to dust corners and light fixtures as you work your way down to the furniture. Once you've dusted, it's time to vacuum. Start with window treatments like blinds and shades. Then whisk away hair and dust off your furnishings. Then finish up by vacuuming the floors, shifting large furniture around to clean the floor underneath. As you move through each room, go ahead and give the windows a good cleaning too. Then restore the sparkle to your kitchen by giving appliances, fixtures, and surfaces a scrub down. First, discard expired foods. Then thoroughly wipe down the refrigerator, freezer, and pantry shelving. Tidy up drawers and clean small appliances and use germ-killing wipes to disinfect their handles. And clean your oven, being sure to follow the manufacturer's instructions. Next, tackle areas that can cause odors or trigger allergies. Consider upgrading your HVAC's air filters, especially if you have pets. Now's also a good time to check smoke detector batteries and install carbon monoxide detectors if your home doesn't already have them. Finally, move outdoors to clean out gutters and downspouts. And wash windows as needed. Then, after removing furniture from your patio or deck, carefully pressure wash the area to remove built-up grime and mildew. You'll also want to wash or wipe down your outdoor furniture as directed by the manufacturer. Spring cleaning gives your house a fresh, spruced up look you'll enjoy for many months to come. Good luck, and thanks for shopping at the Home Depot.
Yes, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video with some spring cleaning tips. And of course, parts of the video may apply to you and some may not, but I hope you share the info and tips with, again, friends, family, and loved ones. Any tips that you got from the video that you'd like to share, or maybe 1 or 2 tips from yourself that you would love to share with the group? Please raise your hand in Zoom and we'd love to hear from you. I like the bins idea. I feel like that would be very helpful for many people. I love the keep, the giveaway, the recycle, and the trash. So, yes, that's what I learned from the video. If you have any cleaning tips yourself or any ones that you learned from the video, please raise your hand in Zoom. Thank you, Miss Celeste. I hope you're doing well.
Yes, thank you. I forgot about the window seals. I've already started cleaning, spring cleaning, but I forgot. 'Cause I live in an apartment where they have huge windows, and I forgot about the window seals. That's a good tip. Clean those as well.
Yes, I'm so happy you got that from the video. It reminded me that, I have to do my windows as well. So, but it's okay, sometimes you forget maybe sometimes those small things, but it does help out.
Also, I learned the tip I saw that baking soda and vinegar is a good cleaner for the kitchen, especially with stainless steel appliances and ovens.
Yes, Miss Celeste, it's just life, things in life happen for a reason. I was just watching a video on baking soda and vinegar. I mainly akin that to blocking a drain itch.
It
Yes,
works.
it
It
does.
works.
And the tip that they don't tell you, you have to close it after you put
Yeah,
the baking soda in first, and then you put the vinegar, and then you close
yeah.
it. And because
Close
people just want to look at the bubbles and stuff, but if you don't close it,
it.
there's no pressure going down. The
It
pressure is,
won't work.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just fun to look at, but no, you have to close it because otherwise the pressure chemical reaction, it doesn't push the drainage down. So
That's true.
So I was like, okay, and then I saw the comment for the tip. So yes. Oh my God, it's so funny how life works out sometimes. But that is a very good cleaner. Um, any other cleaning tips or thoughts in the video from you all? You can unmute yourself as oh well, okay, thank you, Miss Louise. What did you get from the video, or one cleaning tip that you'd like to share?
Well, I forget the windowsill sometimes, But yesterday I got a call from a friend of mine, and she said, "I'm coming to clean your refrigerator." And I almost say, forget it. But she came and I opened the refrigerator. It looked like a new fridge.
Oh yeah, Miss Louise.
I
My
really did appreciate that because sometimes you don't feel like it, but it was a free offer and she did a great job.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I love to cook, so me and my refrigerator. Yeah. So sometimes you may not feel like wanting to do it, and
Yeah.
I do get, with my honorary sisters, we help each other out. And I swear, when my friend helps me with my fridge, it's like brand new. It's like I just moved in.
Yes.
Good, it's good because you know if you leave anything, even like a bag like slightly open or you know something like that, it may make you know the fridge not you know after a
Not
while.
smelling too good.
Yeah, yeah. So after, you know, a month or 2 months or 3 months or so, you know, just checking out your fridge and, you know, the freezer too, and just your kitchen. Like, I think it's just
Hmm.
always good to, you know, maybe, hey, take a day. Hey, I haven't looked at this appliance or clean this part of the, you know, kitchen or room before, like behind the fridge.
Yes.
You don't clean behind the fridge every day, but when I pulled out my fridge and I saw what was behind there, well, nothing opened, thank goodness, but maybe a bottle of oil or a container was back there
Hmm.
that you don't know about. So I think that's good. You always, you know, sometimes you got to take a second to think of what may I need to clean that I haven't cleaned in a while.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Miss Louise, for sharing. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yes, I love all the tips. You see, you guys give so much great tips. So thank you all so much. Next up, we are actually going to go over DPW. Okay, so just looking up spring resources, spring things going on in DC here. So I feel like this is very helpful for us because we may not know about some of these things. So some things that we probably do know about, or many of us do, are the street sweeping. Started on Monday, March 3rd. So this Monday in March 3rd, and then through October 31st. So yeah, the warnings happened from the 3rd to the 14th, and on the 17th, now there's going to be a fine. So make sure that if you do park, or if you know someone that parks or has a car that is in these residential areas during some of these times, look, 9:30 to 11, sometimes it's 12:30 to 2:30 while that sweeping is underway. So at least on the other side of the street, there's that one permitted parking space available. But just make sure you keep those in mind, especially if you drive, okay? Alley cleanings. Did you all know that DPW does residential alley cleanings? The first Monday in April until September 30th, that's when they occur. So Yep, if any alleys pose a risk to public safety or become inaccessible to emergency vehicles, please call 311 to request an alley cleaning. I didn't really know you could really, you know, request that from 311. So make sure you keep that in your notebook so that way you can if you need to. Additionally, beginning in April, the Solid Waste Education Enforcement Program inspectors, or SWEEP, will inspect alley conditions and provide education enforcement measures. So if you live next to an alley, and you notice that it's getting a little dirty or needs to be swept, or make sure you give 311 a call. Okay. Yard waste, you can request 311 to schedule a yard waste collection. And make sure that you'll only use paper bags, okay? They don't accept plastic bags anymore for this yard waste removal. If you do put something in a plastic bag, there will be a oops sticker on it. They won't be able to take it. And please know if you have more than 20 paper bags, then that's the limit, I guess, for that one time to do the yard waste, okay? Some other things, grass cutting through major roadway mediums, corridors, just going rights away. There's a graffiti removal if you would like. Call 311. You can request either of those services if it's able to be done. It says the power wash is not suitable for walls with loose or crumbling masonry. So yeah, just something new to learn. And then this one right here, Helping Hands Neighbor Cleanup. This occurs March 1st through November 1st. DPW helps community groups that organize Saturday neighborhood cleanup projects through the Helping Hand program. The program will lend toolkits that include 5 rakes and brooms, 2 shovels, and 20 trash bags, and a $20 refundable deposit is required for all these toolkits. But there's free compost. DPW will send trucks to collect bag trash, and the sweep inspector will collect the toolkit. And you can, get an application. If you do a neighborhood cleanup and would like that assistance, you can click there to get the application. So here it is, right here. toolkits, information, how to submit. Pretty easy to submit it online, okay? So there's some information needed like address, location, toolkits. So you can apply it straight here online if you do a community group that does Saturday neighborhood cleanups. Okay, we have many different folks on the call. So again, I'm never know all of you that are involved in these kind of things, but I hope these tips from DPW were helpful for you all. Okay. Let's see. I see something in the chat too. Call 301 for bulk pickup. No electronics or appliances. Drop some things at Fort Todd. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much, Yvonne. I guess if for electronics or appliances, they could call them again for specific information about a specific electronic or appliance. So thank you so much for that. Okay. Any quick thoughts on spring services from DPW? Any that have been helpful or that you recognize around the city? Again, it's up to you if you would like to share. But I definitely notice street sweepings. I notice yard waste, folks, taking things out. And I know about the helping hands, but I never, the cleanup, I knew about the neighborhood cleanups, but I never knew about the helping hands program. So I hope that's helpful, okay? All right, Ms. Wilmotine, then we'll go on. What did you learn from this section right here?
Yes, I just wanted to share about 311. They do send people out to help you with the rodent situation that we have from the alleys and from in under your porches. They will send someone out or schedule you a date to have someone to put out some poison so you can get rid of the rodents in the in your area.
Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Wilmotine. I love that. Thank you. We had someone from Office of Unified Communications speak last year about some of 311 services. So make sure you check that out on our YouTube channel as well for other 311 services too. But thank you so much, Ms. Wilmotine. With the warmer winter we had, I read in the news that definitely that's going to be a little bit of an issue. So thank you.
Yeah.
411 on 311.
Yes, they will
So
come.
much. All right, you guys. Again, just going on to our next sections for today. Let's see. Definitely want to get to some of our game. So let's see what we can watch next. Okay. Let's see. Let's do this video right here. Easy spring cleanup for your garden. Again, that's the session we may have had today. So this video is a few years old, but this is early spring cleanup for your garden. I hope you enjoy and learn a lot.
Now that spring is finally here, it is time to dig in outside.
Oh, so many of us are like, let's go, let's get in the garden. Karen Bachman with Bachman's is here to share some tips for easy spring cleanup and lawn and garden prep. There are things you can actually get going on,
That's right, and we're certainly ready to get going in the garden. And there are things that you can do now that the snow has melted and the temperatures are warm. It's a great time to kind of assess your lawn and landscape. So some of the mulches that you may have put down, you can rake those away, take care of any debris. But then you can also put pre-emergent on for crabgrass, which is very important.
So protecting, yep.
Yes, yep. So that is a pre-emergent, and so as soon as the soil reaches 50 degrees, and we're just hovering just below that, so any day now would be a good time to do that. Crabgrass germinates in the fall. It's an annual weed, so if you didn't take care of it last year, you're going to have it this year.
Our yards look pretty gross right now, but you said we can't really rake yet or do anything like that.
No. If the ground is spongy, please resist the urge to rake because that's going to rip out all of the new shoots. So you can prevent weeds. You can also put down a lawn booster. This has long-lasting nitrogen in it that's going to create a lush green grass. So those are all good things to do now, assessing. And you can also prep your garden beds too. So you can till up the soil.
Sure.
You can put weed preventer in there such as preen. This is slow release over time, lasts 3 months, and keeps some of that bending over and hand picking work out of the way.
And that's safe to put in the garden where you put
That's
your
right.
regular plants and everything like that.
Yep,
Good.
that's right.
Some seed starting maybe for folks?
That's right. So cold tolerant veggies, broccoli, cauliflower, things like that. You can start right now.
Whole crop kind of things.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. So you can start them by seed, or we do have plants too for those that want more
I'm a little
instant
lazy. I'm not starting seeds.
I'm not-
I'll do that.
I'm not
instant
really into the-
gratification. Yeah, and then now,
What about the color? We want some
yes,
flowers.
absolutely.
Right?
And so summer blooms such as gladiolus, dahlias, you can plant those bulbs now.
Oh, you can?
You can. So again, once the soil reaches 50 degrees, you can plant those in your garden and expect beautiful blooms for cutting and for looking at.
How long do you think it's going to be before we're going to be able to do that? A couple of weeks, or we need dry weather, right?
We do need dry
Yeah.
weather, but the soil temperature, check on that. It's important for air temperature and soil temperature to be conducive for planting. But actually planting annuals in your garden, that's usually after May 10th. And so that would be like
Okay.
petunias, calibrachoa, and geraniums
I was
and things
thinking
like
Mother's
that.
Day. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yes.
yep, that's a
Kind of-
great rule of
You
thumb.
plant it for mom.
Yep,
Yeah.
and you can always put it inside and then transfer it if you need
That's
to
right.
in a container.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Good stuff,
Thanks so
Karen.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, I know we have some garden enthusiasts on the call. So again, I hope that video was helpful and some recommendations. Any quick thoughts on the video before we go on to our next section? Any quick thoughts? Any quick garden tips? Again, we have some resident gardenists in our call today. So again, any thoughts on the video? Anything new that you learned or any tips? Please raise your hand in Zoom. Or you can put it in the chat too. Again, throughout our session, you can always share in the chat as well. All right, Yvonne, thank you so much. What did you learn or know from the video?
Oh, yes. Pardon me. I learned that I can plant some bulbs and get beautiful annuals even this late in the season. She mentioned dahlias, gladiolas, and petunias. And there, a few that I really didn't know I could plant the bulbs now and get beautiful flowers, annuals.
Yeah, this video was released April 26, 2018. So it was when they said now, like just think of it kind of like as a month ahead, but definitely it's around the time, it's springtime. And as the video said, plant for plant for mom, other moms, and the
Yes.
memory of your mom and other moms, all of that good stuff. So I love that sentiment.
Yeah, that was very nice. And this time of the year, Alex, there are a lot of places where you can have things shredded. Went back to the house cleaning. If you want to shred papers and things like that, you can check with 311. Sometimes they'll provide shredders, large bulk shredding to get rid of surplus paper and magazines and all that clutter.
Oh wow, thank you so much for that. Again, especially it's spring cleanup time. I know I have quite a few of those things myself to go through. So that is very helpful. I really appreciate that, Ms. Yvonne.
You're welcome. This has been very interesting. I've enjoyed it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I only had, such and such time to figure everything out. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I really do, you all. When things happen, you just got to make sure you adapt. And I'm glad we're having this session today. So thank you. Let's see. Real quick, here are some free things to do here in DC for spring. So again, some ideas. Let me share this. I'm gonna share these links with you all in the chat. So this is the one we're looking at now. I'm going to share this link right here with you all as well. So the DPW website and this website right here, free things to do. So if you have never make your way down the Anacostia River Trail, it's great development down there. Run, bike, or stroll. Giant pandas is at the National Zoo. New giant pandas, King Bao and Bao Li. New pandas, as you all may have heard last year. So you can see them. Enjoy the National Cherry Blossom Festival. Yes, here is the National Cherry Blossoms website. So they're doing a lot for cherry blossoms, of course. They have some great events. So if I just I share this website in the chat. But look, some highlights, some signature events. If I hit view all events, look what's going on. Even tomorrow, Future of Aviation Connectivity at the Ronald Reagan Building. Pink Beats, the Cherry Blossom Freedom Walk that's happening this Saturday. The Sakura Fest, the Blossom Kite Festival we learned about this in the beginning of this month, afternoon tea. There's the Wizards game, Cherry Blossom game at Capital One Arena this Saturday. Blossom Brunch this Sunday at the Lyle Hotel. Amazing, right? So even just with one event, there's so many things going on. You can explore flowers beyond the National Mall. There's some beautiful greenery at the Bishop's Garden at the National Cathedral as well. Passport DC. Have you all heard about that? It's offers a month of programming across the city. The Around the World Embassy Tour and the European Union Open House or annual highlights. Yeah, Passport DC. Explore the world in one place by planning a trip to DC. Isn't that amazing, right? All these different things that you can do here in spring. Wow. They even have an app for it, Passport DC app. Wow. I'm going to put this in the chat with you all as well. But again, some other things that you can do. Celebrating Women. Yep, it's Women's History Month in March, of course. There's the National Portrait Gallery, National Museum of African American History is amazing. The National Museum of Women in the Arts downtown. I love this museum. Amazing museum. It's free on the first Sundays and second Wednesdays of every month. You can see blossoms at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial, East Potomac Park. You can come to Stanton Park in Capitol Hill. You can go to the National Arboretum. So many different options. Recreation Pier at the Wharf. Look at this. Admire city views from the Netherlands, Carillon. This is a gift. This is an open steel tower at the not too far from the Arlington National Cemetery. So yes, there's so many different things you can do here in DC if you'd like to go out one day and see what's going on in spring. There's stuff happening in March, April, and May. So if you learned about a new event that happened here in DC, please raise your hand in Zoom. Again, if you learned about a new event, if you're going to check out these links, if you're going to share this with your friends and family and community, with all of the information today, please raise your hand in Zoom. And if you've learned something new, if you've going to share this info, share the links, maybe attend one of these events, these celebrations that are occurring, would love to see your thoughts by you all raising your hand. Okay. Thank you so much. Love it. Again, just various things to do about in spring. We learned about spring, some spring cleanup tips from some spring garden tips as well, and some things that are going around the city here in DC in regards to spring. Okay. All right. Well, thank you all so much for your hands. I really appreciate that. And today we are going to end with one of our most favorite activities that we do together is Spring Jeopardy. Okay, you all. So again, very relaxed, very chill. Okay. So I'll please raise your hand if you'd like to be our first question picker. And then whoever answers the question correctly, you will be able to pick the next one. But this is all for fun. So again, this is our last section for today, our spring trivia, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's start. Spring, we have spring riddles, spring animals, spring traditions, spring science, and spring. Okay, so once again, we have the category spring, spring riddles, spring animals, spring traditions, spring science, and spring. Okay, so again, you're able to, let's see this one. Just if you like to answer, please unmute yourself, okay? But we got Miss Brenda. Yes, hands for the hands, okay? If you like to pick. Hi, Brenda. Which one would you like us to do first?
Well, let's try spring animals 400.
You said 400?
100.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I'm not too familiar, so when I do get familiar, I'll go big time.
Yes. But again, please unmute and let's see who gets this right. This common marshmallow tree is shaped like a chick or bunny and comes in different colors.
Peeps.
Yes, peeps. Yes, please unmute and share your answer if you like, you guys, okay? Yes, so good job, Ms. Brenda. See, you know about spring animals.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Thank you, Brenda. Well, again, we're pretty lax today, so I think I'll go with the next hand for the next question. Okay, I think we're gonna do that so we can get some different folks. But please stay unmuted, you all, and so you could share. Hey, Mr. Thomas, which one would you like us to do next? You got to make sure you hit unmute in the middle, okay? Miss Thomas, are you there? Mr. Thomas, are you there? Okay, and Mr. Thomas, you got to make sure you hit unmute in the middle, okay? All right, well, just let us know if you're able to get that, and we'll be able to get you in, okay? Hi, Miss Celeste, which one would you like us to do next?
I want to do Traditions 100, Traditions.
Okay,
I
yes,
don't
and
know
again,
if I get it right.
yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and again, please stay unmuted and just, of course, make sure y'all keep your TVs and cell phones in mind. But let's see who gets this first. So, again, please stay unmuted so you can share your answer. Okay, just keeping your TVs and cell phones in mind. So yes, you can answer if you like, Miss Celeste. This is the outside spring holiday search for colorful surprises.
I know.
I know too.
Say it.
Say it.
You want to
Easter
Is it
egg.
the
I know
Easter-
3. It's the
Is it the
Easter egg hunt.
Easter egg
hunt?
hunt? That's it.
Yeah.
Easter egg hunt at the White House. Well,
Yeah,
Easter egg hunt.
yeah, is that your final answer? No, not the same show. No, let's see. Yeah, what is an Easter egg hunt? So again, good job, you all. Thank you all so much. Yeah, good, good. Again, try to go, I'm encouraging you all to go big or go home. So anyone, again, please raise your hand if you'd like to choose the next one. Again, we're just going as we go. So that may change in a second. Hey, Mr. Thomas, I see you're here. Thank you so much. Which one would you like us to do next?
Spring Animals 500.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, oh, that's right, Mr. Thomas. Again, unmute yourself if you would like to answer. Again, anyone on the call today, please unmute and share. Spring Animals 500. Let's see what goes on. Name the 4 stages of a frog.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Tadpole.
Like yourself, but also together. You all can.
The egg, the tadpole. What's
I don't know the 4 stages.
the third one is? I don't know the third.
Okay.
Froglet, egg, tadpole, froglet, or young frog and adult frog.
Yes, Brenda. We all got it together. But
Okay.
egg, tadpole, then the froglet, and then the frog.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Interesting, right? I never thought of froglets.
I never heard of a froglet.
Me either.
Yes. It's well, clearly it's the between from a tadpole and the frog. So
Yeah, frog legs.
A baby frog.
They taste good.
That's a good one. Yeah. Well, I learned something new today with this.
Froglet. Never knew a froglet.
All right, let's go to our next one. I see you, Miss Rosemary. I saw you had your hand up again. If you would like to share or pick one, please raise your hand. Go ahead, Miss Rosemary.
Oh, Alex. Oh, okay. Let's do spring traditions for 200, please. Alex.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if we get this together. I got the answers right here. This is the name of the groundhog from Punxsutawney that pops out to tell us whether or not spring is near.
Who is Phil?
Tony Phil.
Oh
my gosh.
Tony Phil.
Yes.
Who is Phil? Okay.
I heard you, Miss Rosemary. I think I heard you too, Miss Gracie.
Yeah.
When I looked at this question, I was like, what is this? I need to do some research on Phil.
I forgot his name.
I was not aware of this at all. So thanks so much for answering that so quickly, you all. All right. Again, okay. If you have not chosen a question yet, please choose a question for us. If you have not chosen a question, please choose a question for us. You don't, okay. I see you too. I appreciate that. Geraldine, go ahead. Yes.
Okay, I say spring riddles for 100.
Oh, I love this section. So you all really have to put on your thinking caps, okay? All right, spring riddles for 100. How do you know spring flowers are friendly?
Because they bloom. How do flowers bloom?
No, that's not it.
They're pretty colors.
I think I know the answer, maybe.
They
They're
open
always,
up to you.
Rosemary?
they're always waving. No.
They open up to you.
April showers bring May flowers.
This is a funny one. I love it. Okay,
Okay, what's the answer?
Yes, let's see. You don't overlap. No. The answer is they always have new buds.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That was good.
That's a good one.
Yes. So yeah, this was yeah, but you really got to put on your thinking caps, okay?
Yeah, you
That
gotta
was a good
think.
one. I laughed at the answer.
Okay.
All right. Miss Laverne, thank you so much. Which one would you like us to do next?
Okay, I'm gonna go with spring riddles for 200.
Okay, I know that's right. Love it. Let's see what it is. Ombrophobia is the fear of this.
What is spiders?
Is the fear of this.
Rain.
Any other takers?
Fear of budding flowers.
The fear of mosquitoes.
What is rain?
Oh,
Brenda?
somebody said Brenda
Yeah,
said
Miss
rain.
Brenda.
Said it.
Oh,
Never
I know
heard
that's
that
right.
term.
Yes, ombraphobia is the fear of rain. Yeah, again, this category you could get anything
You
in this
got
category.
me on that one.
Ombraphobia.
Well, I love the rain, so
Yeah.
Let's see, ombraphobia. If I type that in, yep, is the irrational and persistent fear of rain. It is a specific phobia, a type of anxiety disorder. So it's a very real thing. I'm glad I don't have this because I love the rain.
me too.
Yeah, so this is a real thing. So
I love it when I don't have to go out in it.
yes, thank you all so much. Again, you don't have to raise your hand if you have not shared which one you'd like us to do yet. Please
Alex,
share.
I'd like to do one spring of 100.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Carolyn, for volunteering. I appreciate that. Let's see what it is. Flowers that symbolize spring.
Tulips. What is a tulip?
Again, and everyone share. Again, please share your answers.
Tulips. Spring.
Daffodils.
Again, you can all unmute and share.
Sunflowers.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just all again, everyone that's on, please unmute and share. We'd love to hear from you. So the answer is
cherry blossoms.
daffodils.
Oh, daffodils. I thought it was daffodils.
More, but this is what some people may think of with that flowers that symbolize definitely daffodils and tulips, but I never thought of crocuses.
Yeah, crocuses. Yeah, they come out in spring.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, these beautiful flowers.
They are pretty.
They are.
I love these. I swear one of you all have
Oh,
these.
from bulbs. Yeah.
Yeah. These are about 100 species of perennials. So
Well, I did get tulips.
yeah, that was that. I love tulips. Yeah, we all think of tulips and daffodils, but crocuses. It's been a while since I've heard of that flower. So yes, good job, you all. Again, if you have not picked an answer or a question yet, please pick one for us.
I say spring riddles, 300, Alex, Yvonne.
Thank you. Yes. Let's see what this one is. Again, this one's kind of like a potpourri, so you got to put on your thinking caps. A baby sheep who loves karate.
Oh my goodness.
Lamb
This is
chop.
a good one, you all. This is a good one.
Oh my God.
Lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
Yes.
Get it, lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
Good, Thomas. Very good, Thomas.
You got that so fast, Mr.
That's
Thompson.
good.
Someone else
did.
got
That's
that
good.
today.
Oh, he did.
A lamb chop.
Yeah, the puppet lamb chop.
Oh yeah, I love that. I love lamb chop.
Mhm.
I love the nanny. So the show and lamb chop was on that show, and that was
Yes,
just funny.
that was so nice.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, see that riddle? Some of them can be a little tough, some of them can be a little easier, but this one was the good one.
Mhm.
Okay, I think at this point, again, please, if you have not shared a question, please unmute and share, but anyone can pick one at this point. Which one would you like us to do next?
Spring riddles 400.
Okay. I know that's right. Let's see. Let's see how it riddles you this time. This always comes at the end of spring.
Summer? Nope. I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna say
cherry blossoms.
a funny one.
Always comes at the end of spring.
Spring.
Rain.
Ooh, I know it got to be on the tip of one of your tongues.
Gotta be.
What's the first letter, Alex?
Is that the cherry blossoms?
Something summer. Something summer.
Summer Mayflowers. What are Mayflowers?
Early summer.
Alex, what's the first letter?
Huh?
What's the first letter?
The summer solstice.
Mm.
We're not gonna tell you.
4, 3, 2, 1. You. What is the
Oh,
letter?
Oh,
No,
I'll be doggone it.
it's in the spring. Oh no.
You got to remember
The
letter
G.
riddles. They're riddles. If you think of old school riddles, they
Hold
are.
on,
Right.
keep it, Alex, I'm gonna take a picture of that for a minute. Okay, hold on, please.
Yeah. What is yeah, this always comes at the end of spring.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. That was a
Blacks out.
I looked at some, and then not all of them, but this one was a very funny one.
That's funny. That's tricky.
Riddles. You always have to think outside the box, okay? So,
Mhm.
yes, riddles.
It disappeared.
Oh, that's funny.
My picture
Yes.
has disappeared.
Yeah. So
My
let's.
picture has disappeared.
Yes, you turned off your video, Miss Rosemary. So our next, we have a couple more minutes for our next question. So we haven't hit science or spring yet. So maybe one of those, but whatever you like. Who would please share the next one that you all would like us to do?
Let's do spring for 200, Alex.
Which one? The first one or the
Spring.
last?
Spring. It says spring. Oh, the first spring.
Yes.
Oh.
So okay,
I
thank you
know
so
the
much.
first one.
So this spreads through the air from flowers and trees and causes spring allergies.
What is pollen?
Pollen.
What is pollen?
Pollen. Pollen.
Pollen.
You got it.
Right.
That was an easy one. You all got that right on the nose.
All of us have allergies because everybody know
Nah.
about pollen.
Ka-choo.
Some years is good. Some years is good. Some years I don't feel it at all. I remember one year in DC. Oh, the year I came back to DC. Oh, that was kind of bad. So it varies. So just keep in mind how you feel these next few weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Make sure y'all keep that in mind these next few weeks so you can gauge if you have allergies.
Yes.
I know them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was funny.
Next one, who would like to choose next?
But let's go with the
Spring science for 200.
science.
Okay, yes, I heard Ms. Blackman and then Miss Gracie. So Miss Jennifer, which one would you like us to do?
Science. Spring
Mhm.
science.
For how much?
100.
Okay, thank you so much. When the Northern Hemisphere experiences spring, this is the season that the Southern Hemisphere experiences.
What is fall?
Winter.
Not fall. What is fall?
Winter.
Yeah, winter.
Winter.
Autumn.
Yes, this was
Okay.
shared in the video. So when it's spring up here in the
It's
Southern
autumn.
Hemisphere, like Australia,
That's summer.
Australia, yes.
yes,
That's right.
so
That's
autumn,
right.
fall. So when it's summer here, it's winter
Today.
there.
Winter.
Yeah.
When
Right.
it's fall here, it's spring there.
Okay.
Yeah. So just yeah, kind of those opposites. Okay. Yeah. What a wonderful and what an amazing thing, right? That someone in the world can experience something completely different than us in the same time. Isn't that amazing?
That's good. I got
is
that
amazing.
one, Alex.
I heard you, Miss Gerald. I heard you, Mr. Thomas. All the participants. We're all in this together. So thank you. Hey, Gracie, which one would you like us to do next?
200 spring science.
Okay, come on. You guys are killing it. Let's see. This natural weather phenomena is more common in the spring and less common in winter. Any takers? This
What is hurricane? Oh, no, tornado. What is hurricane?
Any other takers?
What is snow?
No.
No.
No, Miss Louie, that happened more
Spring
common.
showers.
What is rain?
Oh, it's less common, so it's
Yeah,
not snow.
it's okay. No, that I love it.
Spring showers.
I read it wrong.
I love it. Yes, and the answer is, what are tornadoes?
Well, I said that,
Somebody said
Alex.
tornado.
You did that. But it's good. Hey, there's always going to be more than one answer, so there's no wrong answers, even if
No,
you
I'm talking to them on here.
right. So there's no wrong answers. So again, thanks so much for your participation. And so you get to just learn more about different things. Thank you so much. Yes, we're all in this together. Let's do 3 more. That sounds like a
And
good
do spring animals.
So again, which one would you like us to do next?
Spring animals for 2.
Okay. Yeah. Anyone? Yes, please share which ones would you like us to do. This term describes the movement of birds as the weather shifts in temperature.
Migration.
Migration.
And the answer is migration.
Yay!
See, I know that's what you guys.
Let's
Great
try
job.
spring in quotes for 100.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm so happy you picked that one, Miss Savon. So if you ever, again, all of you watch Jeopardy, you know how some of these categories can be. So that's my hint. This is a move that gymnasts often do in floor routines.
Flip.
Floor routines.
This is a move that gymnasts often do in floor routines. Again, the spring is in quotations. That is my hint.
Springboard.
Spring forward. No, spring beam. I don't know.
Springboard. No.
Any other takers?
Tumbling.
Spring, right?
Flips. Push-ups. Flips.
All right, you guys. So I love doing these because I love Jeopardy. So again, at 7:30 at night, or at 3:30 sometimes for the tournaments, definitely check some of these. I learned so much from watching Jeopardy. So the reason why it's spring quotations, because the answer is, what is a handspring?
Oh, wow.
Okay, you all see why that one was in
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. What's ahead, Spring?
That's yeah. So whenever you're watching the show and you see something in quotes or anything of that nature, just hey, this might be a part of the answer that we're
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I
So
didn't.
yeah, but they do this on the actual show. So
You're right.
I love that because it's something different. It makes you think of two things. Makes you think of the clue and the question and what answer you will say. So
Right.
I love it. So one more and then I will pick one for you all. So let's do that. One more from you all and then I'll pick one for us.
Spring science 500.
I know that's right. Let's see what you guys know. This is the name of the first day of spring.
Spring equinox.
What's the name of the
Yes, vernal equinox.
Vernal equinox.
Yes. Good job. I heard you say that so instantly, Geraldine, and I think Yvonne, but not 100% sure, but yes, that is the spring equinox, the vernal. Learned that in the video today, right?
Yes, we learned that today.
Good job. Yes, vernal equinox. So please share that with others too, okay?
Right.
And for our last one today, I think
a hard one.
yeah, so I'll Brenda, you don't have to tell me twice. I'm just kidding. Let's go with spring in quotes for 500.
500.
When someone is old, you say they are no longer acting like this.
Spring chicken.
Oh, why did they do that?
You got
That was easy.
Spring chicken.
Okay. One more. Let's do here. Let's end off with the riddle today. Spring riddles for 500. So this is the last one. So put on your thinking caps, you all. The only time you go red and stop at green.
The only time you go at red.
Right turn. Say that again, Alex.
Oh Lord.
Red and stop it green.
Yeah. Only time you go red and stop at green.
Stop it green.
Right turn.
This is a riddle. So my only hint is fruit. That's my hint.
Strawberries.
Apple.
Watermelon.
Oh yeah, that's the
wow,
one.
Miss
Watermelon.
Marie.
Yeah, what is it in a watermelon? Yeah.
Yeah. Very good.
Isn't that true? You go
Very
red.
good.
Okay, maybe the dark green you don't eat, but the light green parts, like the pith and the orange, those are actually contain the most nutrients. So when you get to like the reddish, the little green part,
The rind.
yes, the rind, that light green part is still good. It still has water. It's still refreshing. It has a lot of.
That's what you make the preserves out of, Alex. Watermelon rind preserves.
Yes.
What you make it out of? The green part.
Yes, and I put
Water
it
green
on
part.
cake also.
Come on.
The green part.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you all so much. This was so much fun. Together, and you all did an amazing job, and we learned quite a few things about spring today. So I really appreciate that, you all. And thank you so much for attending today. If you enjoyed our session, if you learned something new, if you had a ton of fun today, I know again we were going to have another guest on, but sometimes things just happen and you got to go with the flow. So I hope you enjoyed this session today. And any quick thoughts? And one new thing that you learned, what you enjoyed today, and any comments? Please share. Please raise your hand. We'd love for you all to share. Okay. Any thoughts or comments on the session today? Real quick. One new thing that you learned. Okay, Geraldine. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed.
I enjoyed the whole session, but I would like at a future session to complete our Jeopardy at a future session.
Okay, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow morning as an activity. So I got you for that. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for that suggestion. I really appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
Yes, and great job, Geraldine. Thank you so much for
That was going to be my suggestion.
Oh, okay. Yes. Well, make sure you come on tomorrow at 10 a.m., okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much. Yep. Miss Marie, what did you enjoy or like about today? What did you learn? What did you want to share? Make sure
I enjoyed the whole program today. It was most interesting and informative.
Thank you so much for participating. You got that last riddle, Miss Marie. So I see you.
Okay.
You did great. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay.
Mhm.
Same to you.
Okay. All right. Yes. Give me 1 second. Okay. I got you, Miss Rosemary. Okay, give me one moment. All right. But while we do that, while I get that link for you, okay, it's a link. So again, thank you so much. Let's see, we got Gracie. Hey Gracie, how are you?
Good. You changed your hairstyle.
Uh,
But
yeah.
I like spring because spring to me, one word I use is rebirth.
Yes.
The flowers come up, the leaves they come back on the trees, and I love gardens, so that's the time for me to start gardening. So that's one reason why, and it's going to get warmer. Those are the reasons I love spring.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Gracie. I love spring as well. I learned quite a bit, and thank you so much for participating. It was a ton of fun.
Thank you.
Yes, and rebirth, spring, rebirth, renewal, new everything, new time of life, new time of the month, new time of the year. So, yeah, any past things on your mind or etc. Just handle them as best as you can, as calm as you can, because it's a new time in life. Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Gracie.
You're welcome.
I just shared the link in the chat, Miss Rosemary. So yes, I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Hi, Ms. Dina. Thanks so much for joining today.
Hi, Alex. I had put in the chat, but I would like to mention another museum that can be visited is the Go-Go Museum in Anacostia. Since that has opened now, that's those that like go-go music that featured Rare Essence. If you remember Chuck Brown, the Go-Go Sound, that is the official music of DC.
Yeah, yeah. I think I was going to mention that, Miss Dina. So again, thank you so much. Yep, the Go-Go Museum. It's brand new. It just opened. There's quite a few, even the website right here. Go-Go Museum and Cafe. These are their hours. This is the link to it. You can see the information right here as well. So Go-Go Museum and Cafe. Make sure you check it out. It vibrates with music history. So that's also another spring thing that you can do here in DC. So thank you so much, Ms. Dina. I hope you enjoyed the presentation today.
Yes.
Yeah, I shared those 2 links in the chat. Thank you so much for mentioning that, Ms. Dina. Okay. All right. Well, any other quick thoughts or comments? Anything else for our session today before we do our poll together? But again, it was a pleasure to present, and thanks so much for coming on our session, you all. Any other thoughts or comments? Okay. Well, again, I'm going to go ahead and start our poll. Thank you so much for coming on our session today. It was a pleasure to present. And again, make sure you stay on so you can all chat about our session today as well. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. And thanks so much for coming on. Hope you all enjoy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you so
Have a
much,
great day.
everyone.
Thank you. That was good.
Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Oh.